What are some of the biggest mistakes that you see parents making in general? Of all these parents that come and work with you, I'm sure you start to see patterns. It doesn't have to be phone related, it doesn't have to be any topic, but is there a couple things that stand out to you of the mistakes or areas that parents are struggling in the most?
I One of them that strikes me is that they say, "Oh, well, that's just the way he is," or "Oh, that's just the way she is." And it doesn't need to be like that. So because we're diminishing the character of that child that you're talking about. And that
Yeah.
strikes me as really odd. But at the same time, the piece about it is that sometimes parents don't take on the responsibility of parenting in order to reduce that either behavior or whatever that is, or the disrespect that you talked about before, right? I mean, there are common things that occur. So I had to illustrate that point. I had this was a heartbreaker for me. I just finished doing announcements in the morning, and I walked over to the office desk, and the secretary was standing talking with a parent, and I was putting a binder away, and I heard her say, "Oh, he's not going to get it. He's just stupid anyway." And uh, and so I thought, okay. And in my head, I'm trying to think of something that I can come around that desk, meet that parent, and say something to encourage her to sit and have conversation or so on. And as I'm coming through the door, I say hello to the parent and say, "Do you have a couple of minutes?" And the parent leaves. Her kid was sitting right there. That's who she was talking about.
Hmm.
And it was so heartbreaking. So anyway, I called the kid into the office, and I just wanted to have conversation. I said, "Don't worry, you're not in trouble. I just want to check in with you because I want to find out why you were late this morning, and because your mom is here and it's obviously school has already started." Well, we had a doctor's appointment today. And I said, "Is everything okay?" And he said, "Well, the doctor told me that I have type 1 diabetes, and I don't know what that means." And my mother said that it doesn't really matter because, you know, I need to lose weight anyway. And I was speechless at that point because I didn't know what to say. I wanted to give this kid a hug, right? And so I waited for a couple of minutes, and then I said to him, "We have a nurse who comes to the school a couple of times a week." And I said, "Do you think you might like to chat with her? Because I know that there are going to be some things that you're going to have to do a little bit differently. Some of the food you eat, and you just need to be careful for yourself and so on. So do you think you might like for me to ask her, or you can make arrangements with her when she's here to have conversation with her so that you understand a bit better?" Right. And at this point in time, I think there was just so much emotion and so much stuff going on that he sort of collapsed into himself. And I said, "Look, I'll let the teacher know that you're coming. I'll give her a call and just, because he was the kind of kid that was sort of the fifth or the sixth kid in the group of kids. So he would make stupid choices in order to be able to fit in, right? But he was just he was looking for a place to be connected.
Hmm.
And I think he just continued to not wanting to do anything, because if you're hearing the kinds of stuff that his mother had said, if you continue to hear that at home, whatever that looks like, then it doesn't give you very much to move forward with, or to feel like you even are worthy of anything. And that was crushing for me to hear that and see that situation going on, and not being able to do very much other than to just say, we've got you, and we'll do the best we can here to help support you.